there, it's time to make an omelette. Let's turn the camera around, shall we? I'm going to make this a spinach omelette, which is onion, a nice little red pepper here, bell pepper, eggs of course because it's an omelette, and spinach. Very few ingredients, very simple. Now I'm giving a rough chop first. I'm going in with a mini chopper to get a better result, a finer result, because some people prefer a finer chop. It's about as detailed as I'm getting with that. It's the mini chopper. Ooh. Now let's play Hunt the Blade. Where did I put that? Found it. So I've given the onions a rough chop. I'm going to put those in the bowl. When you like things a little less minced, you just whiz it less. But as you can see, it's quite efficient. There's quite a bit left in the bowl there. I'm going to get that out shortly. This recipe serves 3, so we've got 4 eggs, medium size, some spinach, washed, peppers and onions, and there'll be salt and pepper to taste. Before I go anywhere with this though, because this is a spinach omelette, I want to start working on the spinach, which means a rough chop. course you can ruin it if you want to. You can just take it as finely chopped as possible, but I prefer a larger leaf. Oh, they never let me on MasterChef with these skills. Right, let's just get that. There we go, rough cut. Now we're going to take some water, swirl it around, bung it in there. That wasn't me cleaning the chopper, by the way. That was just making sure that we get all that lovely juicy pepper out of the bowl. Okay. Next, we're going to need a frying pan. So I've got some olive oil in the pan. Extra virgin olive oil, but you can use the oil or lard or whatever grease you like, just as long as it's edible. So I'm going to cook the spinach first of all. You can use it raw if you like it like that, but I prefer my spinach cooked down. It just tastes nicer to me. But each to their own, you know. I like to add a little salt. Don't have to. I like to add a little seasoning of your choice. You don't have to. This is adobo. Every culture has their own all-purpose seasoning. You could use all-purpose seasoning if you must, as an English version. This one is sazon. It's from the Hispanic side of the world. Just got to stir them together. The sazon, by the way, includes a measure of MSG, if I'm not mistaken, which not everyone approves of, but it does help bring out the flavour and things. Yes, there it is. It's MSG, salt, dehydrated garlic, spices, coriander, natto, and anti-caking agent, and yellow and red, because everyone needs that e-colours in your life. You could make it yourself, of course. Cooking to the delightful sounds of my son farting. I think this video is going to go quiet. Now this is a completely vegetarian omelette, so there's no meat in it whatsoever. But you could, if you wanted, add chorizo, bacon, minced beef if you like. It all makes for a very tasty omelette, and the seasoning brings out the best of those flavours as well. If you are going to use chicken, I suggest you season the chicken heavily first, because unseasoned chicken, it's so bland. But that's just my opinion. If you don't agree, well, we can agree to disagree, can't we? We've been cooking with this tabletop hob for quite some time now, about 9 months, and I'll be honest with you, I've been quite impressed with it. It has lost the stenciling to show you where the temperature gauge is, but I don't think anyone really needs that. And yeah, faithful kitchen companion, it really is. It's great. It's starting to shrivel down a bit. That's nice. That's perfect timing to put in the onion. Now I'm going to cook the onion first before I add the egg, because I want the onion to have caramelised just a smidgen, and also we want to boil off some of that water if we can, otherwise it's going to be very runny. For those who are new to this sort of thing, if you want to accelerate the caramelisation of onion, just plain onion on their own, you can of course dice it finely like I've done here, and add a little bit of sugar, or brown sugar better still, and you'll get a great caramelised result. or you can cheat. And add some nonsense like this. Cooking caramel. You'll find it in all good Chinese quarters. I went to Birmingham Chinese Quarter for this because that's where the best Chinese supermarkets are. Excellent place to go. And yeah, cooking caramel. It's not necessary, but it does add colour and flavour. It's all gone very dark, hasn't it? Well, do you know what? It's what it needs to be. Now at this point, I'm going to turn it down a smidgen and let it do in its own heat, being an electric cooker. Push that back a little bit, and it is a clean top here. Time for a little bit of cheese there, not too much. A bit more. Cheese to taste. Now, if you're lactose intolerant, you may want to skip that part, but still. I'm going to grate that up while it continues to bubble away. This is Aldi strong cheddar. Mature cheddar, rather. It's alright. You'll find most supermarkets do a version of it, unless you're in the States, in which case good cheese is often hard to come by. So far so good, no fingers in it. As we watch it bubble away. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's an awful lot of cheese for 3 people, but some of this is going on a pizza that I'm preparing as well. So, bear with me on this one. I might also have some left over for sandwiches later on. There we go. Now, you might have seen these feature on my shows before. It's the Aldi pizza, cheap and cheerful. Increasingly so lately. But they are quite nice, even if they do scrimp on the cheese. That will do for that. Gotta look for a little bit of oregano. As you say, some places. I like it. You could use basil as well. Don't have any of that handy right now. Oregano it is. The air fryer doubles as a nice little tabletop oven, and it serves us well when it's not Argus season. Yeah, put that on. It can sit out of the way in the oven for now. I'm going to take some of that cheese and put it aside. So much cheese. That can come out later when I get onto the sandwiches for tomorrow. Here we go. So it's boiled down nicely. Don't start cracking in the eggs. Yes, there are more elegant ways to do this. Do what I say, don't do what I do, guys. Now, of course, you can use a whisk to whip it all up, or just accept that it's not so bad if you just stir it up with a spoon. Okay. Let's bring up the temperature. Those who are not lactose intolerant could, of course, add some milk at this point. I'm not going to because I'm adding cheese. Actually, I might do, thinking about it. See how well this does. I might have to throw it out if it goes wrong. I won't throw it out. keep it moving so it doesn't stick. I know there's oil on the pan, but all the same, it's good to keep it moving. I'm lifting it up to make sure that it doesn't get solid heat all the way through and stop it catching and burning. The non-stick pans aren't brilliant. They won't save you from everything. In fact, it's best to just assume it's gonna stick. And some cheese won't melt, but you know, it's all good. See, that's the difference between a lot of gas cooking and electric cooking. There's residual heat. I mean, there's always going to be residual heat in your pots and pans, but there's more residual heat held in the cooker itself and the pots and pans when you've got an electric cooker. So it's a more efficient process, I feel. It allows for more gentle cooking. And of course, if all else fails, just lift it a couple of inches away and you've removed the source of heat. For the most part. Nearly there with this one. Now it's time to plate up. Again, they never let me on MasterChef, that's for sure. But there we go. There we go, a little serving, which I hope is tasty. And a sprinkling of cheese on top. And some that fancy crushed sea salt as a final garnish.